We're here with Coach Healy once again, and Coach, thank you for being here. We appreciate another week to watch film with you. And so we're just going to start and go right into it. The big battle of the border against Murray State just this past weekend. And we'll start right into the first play. Let's go with a big 3rd and 8. Hayes hitting Beard over the middle on a big down for you guys. Go ahead and tell us what you saw.
A big conversion by Tommy and Jared Beard. Great job cutting it flat with Jared's route. Big body ball for Jared across the middle of the field. Something I think he does really well. Good job by Tommy avoiding pressure and putting it on the front number. Good catch under duress and a huge conversion for us. It was a 3rd and 8 and needed to move the chains, and great job by Tommy and Jared here on this conversion.
All right, this is right before the half. Tommy Hayes once again. This time we get a chance to see him on his feet. What was your call here, and what did he do himself?
Well, we're in the 2-minute mode, so we're trying to get points before the end of the first half. I believe we're down 24-3 at this time, so needed something positive to happen. And Tommy does a great job with his feet here. Things are covered downfield. He tries to find a way to scramble. I think we get some really good downfield blocking by the receivers. Kyron Moore and Kentel Williams do a great job of finishing off this play, but Tommy's been a big threat for us in the run game. Tippy-toes the sidelines and really gives us a job of creating some momentum at the end of the half. You see Tiny here with a good block, and you see Kentel Williams in the end zone staying on his guy, finishing late. That gives Tommy an alley to be able to get in the end zone. So created some momentum for us right at the end of the half, and I was hoping we'd be able to jump on them in the second half. But great job by Tommy.
Coach, 1st and 15. Once again, we're looking at Hayes, and he sees Kyron Moore across the middle. What was play call here, and what did you like what they did?
Well, first off, it's a bad position to be in 1st and 15. We've got to eliminate those penalties. It's a quick play action fake to Kendall Morris, our running back, and then we'll run some crossing routes. Really good job here by number one up front. Our offensive line gives him great protection, gives him plenty of time. If you can go back and see the way Tommy lowers his elbow a little bit to make sure he creates a throwing lane, drops his elbow a little bit, puts the ball on the front number of Tiny. Great catch by Tiny with his hands, looks it all the way in, and then we need to finish a block out here on the perimeter by Jared, but good job of walling his guy off. So great job, again, overcoming a 1st and 15 situation, and a really good throw and catch by Tiny and Tommy Hayes. Great protection up front, so we'll take a couple more of those. Absolutely,
and Tommy going 14 for 14 with his first 14 passes, and that is a school record, so we'll move on here to our next play. Next up, we have a 2nd and 5, except they're from the 8-yard line here, and getting close to the end zone. Tommy Hayes with another great run. Tell us about it.
It's another option play for our quarterback. He has the ability to hand the ball off to the tailback, keep it, and if he does keep it, you see the pitch man coming in motion around. So Tommy, really, this should be a backside play for him, but he cuts the thing all the way back and finds a way to get in the end zone. Good job with his eyes. Good job just making something happen on his own, and excellent job of getting in the end zone. Another big play for us. Tommy has become a big-time threat for us, and he has a knack for getting the ball in the end zone.
And it certainly wasn't a play that you might have seen drawn up, but he definitely made something happen on his feet there. He is the first quarterback since 2001 to rush for 2 or more touchdowns in a game, so something to keep in mind as well. All right, Coach, this time you have 4th and 2, and your defense is on the field. But Katie Humphreys had a great game, and but this time here, your lone senior makes a big play for you. Describe it for us.
Yeah, we're bringing edge pressure with these two guys here. We're hoping to be able to keep him into the pocket. We don't do a great job here at the defensive end position, keeping contained, but KD gets on the loose. I think we've got great coverage by both of our defensive backs here, DeKevis Perry and Rod Owens. Rod slips inside his defender, has his eyes back on the quarterback, and is able to get a big pick. You know, down 10-3 here, and really needed something good to happen. They ended up going for it, and Rod's able to come up with a huge play for us.
I'm Kevin Young, Athletic Communications Manager here at Austin Peay State University, joined by redshirt sophomore quarterback Tommy Hayes. Tommy, welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Tommy, you came in this year, transferred from Butte Junior College. What was it that attracted you to Austin Peay and made you want to sign and come join the Govs?
Well, as soon as I got on the phone with Coach Healy, Coach Satterfield, and Coach Ergel, I was very excited to hear what they had to say, and once I saw it for myself, I was ready to sign.
What is so far your experience with the area or in Clarksville? What have you seen, things that you've liked and enjoyed?
I like the people a lot here. People are very gracious and kind of have that southern hospitality. Kind of felt that as soon as I got here, and it's been fun, and I definitely like it, but I've been pretty busy, so I haven't got to see much of the town, but I'm looking forward to exploring once the season's over and all the hard work's over.
Speaking of busy, you're a student athlete and the quarterback here for the Govs. What's your major? What do you plan on doing?
My major is social and behavioral sciences, and I'm not really too sure what I'm going to do after college yet. I have 2 more years to play football after this, so hopefully in those 2 years I can figure it out and kind of get my life going in the right direction.
It's been an interesting situation at quarterback for the Govs this year, rotating between you and Tamarius Mitchell. How have you and Tamarius worked together to handle that?
Yeah, we both responded really well to it. He's not a selfish guy, and I'm not a selfish guy, and we both bring different skill sets to the table, so it's definitely been a lot of fun working with him, and we're going to keep it going, and we're going to hopefully win some games.
Not many people say they can work with an NFL, quarterback on a daily basis. You guys have been very fortunate to have Coach Bren Renner there. What does he bring to the table, and how does he allow you to develop and grow throughout the year?
Coach Renner is very energetic, and makes it fun to come out to practice every day. And he has when you pick his brain, you realize that he has a lot of football knowledge and been around the game for a long time. He's been all over the NFL, and it's just really interesting to sit down and talk with him about the NFL experience and his college experience also, and just everything about his life is just really interesting, and I'm glad that he's my quarterback coach.
Tommy, let's step outside of football for a minute. What are some of your interests and things that you're interested in, you follow?
I'm just really close to my family back home, and I have some really good friends that I've had since I was in 3rd grade, so I have some really close friends that I like to go hang out with, and my hobbies like fishing, outdoor stuff like fishing, snowboarding, and all that kind of stuff.
Just fit right in with the bass fishing culture here around Clarksville once you get away from football season.
Yeah, hopefully I can try that out soon.
Tommy, thanks for your time and thanks for joining us. Again, I'm Kevin Young, redshirt sophomore quarterback. Tommy Hayes is joining us. Thank you.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for going over some film with us, but now we'd like to hear your overall thoughts from the Murray game.
Yeah, frustrating. Anytime you lose a football game, it's not acceptable here. And after going back and watching the film, I felt like we definitely had our opportunities and our chances. You're down 31-17 with 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, and you have the ball on their 2-yard line with an opportunity to punch it in and make it a 1-score game. And we weren't able to do it. Made some mistakes on our special teams units that ended up costing us. And then the turnovers got us again. And we're not talented enough right now to be able to overcome those type of mistakes. And we've got to continue to work on our ball security. Thought we did a decent job of creating takeaways on defense, but I thought it came down to 3rd downs. They made plays in one-on-one situations on both sides of the ball, and our guys didn't. And we've got to believe in this process. We got to make sure that we're much more concerned about what we're doing than what our opponents are doing, and play with an unbelievable heart and desire. And at some point in time, one of these breaks is going to go our way. And so I told our guys yesterday that I believe in what we're doing. I'm not interested in altering the course by any stretch, and I think we've got to just continue to focus on ourselves and make sure that we're doing the best job to our abilities, and things will work out from there.
And there are certainly more weeks ahead, and this next week coming up, you've got an away game at UT Martin. Tell us about that one and what you have planned so far.
Yeah, really good football team. I think they're extremely talented. They're very well coached. Coach Simpson is the longest tenured coach in the Ohio Valley Conference, and I think he's an offensive guy. He runs their offense, calls plays. They have dynamic players on offense. They've got a transfer quarterback from Marshall and from Florida State. They play both of them. They've got a wideout from Michigan State. They've got transfers galore on the offensive side of the ball. Big receivers, really big up front, physical, very good feet. So they're really good at pass protecting. They've been good for a long time, and if you look at their record, they're 2-3. They lost to. They were ahead at half against Cincinnati. They were ahead at the half against Hawaii, and probably should have beaten Hawaii. And then they got beat last week by Tennessee State in a nail biter. So they're very talented. They beat Tennessee Tech, a team that we obviously struggle with, and so they're a good football team, and it'll be a tough place to play. Defensively, they're big, physical. They have a bunch of transfers that they hit on that side of the ball as well. I think they're really good in the back end. So, and they fly around, and so they've been tested, and I think they'll be ready for the challenge this week. So we got to have a great week of practice and a really good game plan to have a shot to compete with these guys.
Absolutely, but there's no doubt that we'll enjoy watching, and many of us will be tuning in. Once again, we thank head football coach here at Austin Peay, Coach Healy, for being here with us. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you having me.